I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I was sent two different tweet threads, and they were both regarding dating and feminism, but they're literally on the opposite spectrum. So Kylie Star says, went on a date with one of the most attractive men I've ever met, what you call a prime specimen of virile maleness. Halfway into our tasty dinner, he dropped his fork, took my hands into his, slowly fixed his electrifying gaze on me, and asked so softly, "Are you a feminist?" You could tell the survival of whatever it was we both wanted depended entirely on my answer. He seemed to desperately need me to be sensible because he liked me well enough. "Well, of course," I answered, and he seemed to wither in a "now why does this have to be my lot" way. I pitied him and quite frankly wished I had another answer to that question in that moment. The possibilities if I said no seemed endless, and I still think about that night with a tinge of regret. But I'm never going to have another answer to that question. It'll always be yes. I liked that this happened very early, before I developed any real interest or feelings for him beyond the burning, fervent desire, because we didn't meet online, so there was no way to vet him. My strength of character is great, but I know just how hard unlearning him would have been. Ola Ramala says, you may not realize it now, but you probably saved your own life. And to that, Kylie Star says, I realize, truly thankful that happened at that exact moment. Interestingly, I fell hard for another mesmerizingly beautiful man about a year later, and I was almost at death's door. That's what I got for my unholy obsession with good-looking, well-groomed men. Psst. Precious says, in my opinion, your unholy obsession with attractive men is completely valid. The real issue, a shortage of them. It doesn't change your experience, but if there were more, you might feel more confident in your decision. And then Kylie Star says, oh, you're right. There aren't enough decent men for the many women who would like to partner with decent men only. It is an actual problem for me, and I'm starting to make peace with being on my own for a long while because I'd rather that than being with just any man. There you go. Then Olutosin says, you have a strong command of the English language. And to that, Miss Star says, oh, look, it's my very own compliment from our favorite online big sister. Thank you, Miss Tosin. So we started out with this woman's experience. She told this man that she was a feminist. End of story. No relationship, no connection. They went their own merry way. Now we have a set of tweets where these men talk about how they take a feminist and mold them into the girlfriend that they want. So Luna says, the comment section validating everything we have ever said, laughing my butt off. They don't want pick-me's because they won't be able to change them. They want feminists so that they can mold them into pick-me's. They view pick-me's as molded by other men, and they want to do it themselves. And so she was talking about the comment section from this person right here. Having a based girlfriend is cool, but have you ever experienced the joy of watching a feminist gradually adopt your worldview? And so she's like, go into the comment section of this. So take a feminist and basically make her adopt your worldview. Let's look at some of the comments on this. Kofefe Anand says, getting a based girlfriend, mid. Making a based girlfriend, top tier. Barcode says, based girlfriends were molded by another man. A reformed feminist to call your own is the ultimate victory. And based is what these alt-right people or these manosphere or red pill people use for the truth, I believe. I believe that's what based is. They are based in truth, I think. Okay, so this person shared a screenshot of Lindy Man. Lindy Man says, women who are proudly and openly right-wing are kind of messed up. It's like dating a dude. They don't want to date women that openly have the same belief system as them. And that is very interesting. Dirty Dan says, my girlfriend went to Pratt. Last week, she empathetically explained to a guest that you can't just have no border, and in removing illegals, you have to accept some errors and break a few eggs. I felt so powerful. Yabel says, my wife and I both had long careers in New York City. We slowly changed from libs to hard right over 20 years. I know how to counter the mindset and logic of leftists more thoroughly than someone who started out as based. Randy Tribal says, if you're doing it right, they go from girl boss to good girl. The rationalist says, I converted my lady from the stupidity of feminism that her single friends had instilled in her. She wasn't a hardcore feminist, but she liked to use expressions and lines that came from that crowd to shape some of her worldview. I crumbled that quickly because if she didn't conform to reality, I was gone. She now raises our child, cooks, bakes stuff at home from scratch, which is turning into a decent small business, is delicious, keeps the house clean and comfortable, and loves her life. Triumph. So he shaped her, he molded her into somebody that basically is obedient, is basically a wife appliance. And I really think that this one brings it home. Austin says, having a woman go from man-hating to proper submission to a man is amazing. All dudes are a trash group, just haven't met good dudes. When they meet a guy who treats them properly and fulfills a man's purpose, it's like the light bulb shines. I wish more good men existed. So they really think submission is where women need to be. They don't give a damn about what your beliefs are. They want to take the person is like some clay and then shape her into what they see. But what they really want is a wife appliance. Like the other man says, that's cooking, that's baking, that's that's cleaning up behind the kid and doing all of those things, keeping house. That is what they really want. But the pick-me's are right there, ripe for the picking. They don't want those women. They want the women that are like, raw, autonomy, rights, opportunities. And they want to shut that down. They want to change those women. Now, this is Twitter. These are hardliners. These are red pillars, obviously. So they literally could be lying. But the fact that this is their worldview to want to take a woman and break her down versus just going after the women that they say that they want. They say that they want these submissive women, but they just won't pick the submissive women. They want to feel powerful like a god. That's the reason why they are taking a woman and trying to mold her into the image that they want. This is the reason why we have these conversations so that you can know how to combat it. You can't change these people. Many of them, they're stuck in their ways. But if we keep on talking about this enough, you might be able to say, aha, I see what you're doing, but you need to be rooted in who you are. Like that other person said, he wanted to take the girl boss and then change her into a good girl. So if you know what they're trying to do, if you can see them encroaching on your boundaries, this is another reason why we talk about boundaries. This is one of the reasons why we do many of those Reddit posts so that we can talk about boundaries. And this is one of the reasons why, even though I do know that many of those Reddit posts could be fake, we talk about them because a lot of the times they're talking about boundaries and how people encroach on them. And we talk about them in ways so that you can see this is what you're not going to do. This is what you could say. Anyways, let me know what you think. Join the conversation. Are you a feminist? Have you dated someone that tried to change you or encroach on your boundaries? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.